Salam and hello everyone, welcome back to Hijrah from UK. Today, I am diving into something super important for anyone planning a medium to long-term Airbnb family stay in Malaysia. That is to ask the right questions before you confirm your booking. Before asking any of these questions, inspect the listing thoroughly, as some of these points may already be addressed in the listing, so you don't want to waste your or the other party's time. I've stayed at half a dozen properties in Malaysia, and I make sure to ask these questions. The response from the prospective host is almost always fast and positive, so don't hesitate to ask. While these questions may seem excessive, getting them out of the way at the pre-booking stage will provide you clarity, transparency, and help build a mutual trust and understanding with the prospective host, as well as increasing your general knowledge of renting. When you're booking through Airbnb, getting the answers to these questions can be the difference between an awesome trip and a total disaster. I'm talking about things that can seriously impact your comfort and your wallet, so you don't want to skip this and be stuck in a property that doesn't suit your needs. So to help you guys avoid those situations, I am sharing this list of essential questions to ask your prospective host. Let's get started. Firstly, you want to know about the space itself, so it's always good to ask for either a floor plan or the approximate floor space of the property, as pictures can be deceptive and make living space appear bigger than it actually is. Make sure you also ask which block your condo or apartment is in, so you know how far it is from the complex entrance. I will explain the importance of this later. If the prospective host is willing to provide you the location of the property, you can easily and independently work out how far the local convenience store or hypermart, mosque, public transport, nursery, city centre, airport and sightseeing spots are. If the location is not provided, simply ask where the aforementioned places of interest are. Next, let's talk about internet availability. Always inquire about the presence, speed and reliability of Wi-Fi, especially if you will be working from home, as is common nowadays. Moving on to matters related to water, let me just say, never assume things will be there. For example, hot water. It is not always seen as a necessity because the climate itself is hot and humid year-round, so the property may, therefore, only be supplied with warm water. Water pressure can also be a problem, especially with high rises, and damaged toilets are a real headache and are surprisingly common. Safe drinking water is absolutely crucial, as the safety of tap water is not said to be guaranteed, so make sure to ask whether the kitchen tap is fitted with a filter or if a water dispensing machine is provided. You should also ask about AC drain pipes, as these are sometimes not correctly plumbed. Unfortunately, this is quite common, especially in older houses and apartments, and due to this, the water from the AC unit will be leaking into the bathroom or onto the balcony, etc. This is not something you want to be dealing with, as standing water will attract pests and flies. Problem neighbours can ruin a trip, especially if you will be staying at a house, so do your due diligence to avoid your trip becoming a nightmare by inquiring about this awkward topic. Electrical functionality is crucial, so always confirm with the prospective host that all AC units, fans and electrical devices are functioning correctly and that there are no exposed switches. You certainly do not want any surprises later on. Walking and cycling paths are important considerations that you must ask about too, as there usually aren't suitable paths available, as people rarely walk or cycle here, contrary to the West, and are somewhat car-obsessed. These little things can really make a difference in your daily routine. More so, this will help you in determining the best area or city for you to stay in. I've personally found Putrajaya to be the most walkable city I've stayed in, certainly more so than KL or Malacca. In addition, perks like a communal garden, playground, gym, prayer room, also known as a surau, are useful for an extended stay. Don't forget to find out what amenities the condo or apartment building offers, as not all of them will necessarily be mentioned on the property's listing page. For example, if you will be working from the presence of a library, working area or study room with internet connectivity can be a big help. Knowing the facilities available can really enhance your living experience. Deliveries could serve a crucial role during your stay because of the heavy rain and traffic. As some complexes are massive, You will want to know whether the delivery drivers are allowed to come right outside your block, or whether you will have to collect your orders from the security gates. Hence, it is important to know the exact location of your block because some blocks will be very far from the security gates. This is usually not a deal breaker, but it is good information. Earlier, I mentioned the importance of asking which block your condo or apartment is in. The wisdom behind this relates to receiving grab food orders and postal deliveries, which I will now explain. The workmanship here isn't great compared to the UK, even in brand new buildings. It's really important to make sure all external doors have correctly functioning locks, including those leading to a balcony, especially if you have young children. Therefore, you don't want to go into a place and then find out one or more doors don't lock. All right, let's talk about security and safety. Malaysia is generally considered a safe country to live in. Security at condos and apartment blocks is tight, and they are often manned 24 hours a day. However, you will still want to ensure that your home is safe and secure. Next up is the kitchenware and inventory. In the first instance, ascertain the availability of cooking apparatus and appliances, such as a hob, oven, air fryer, microwave, toaster, etc. This will be noted on the listing 99% of the time, but not always. Secondly, it's also a good idea to check for essential items like pots and pans, cutlery and dishes. Sometimes very little kitchenware is provided, perhaps because the host prefers you to avoid cooking to prevent condensation or odors in the building, so you will need to know whether what is available lines up with your particular needs. This will make your cooking experience much more manageable and enjoyable. Regularly eating out, although affordable here, is not the healthiest way to go. However, rest assured, cleanliness is emphasized and strictly enforced by the government in Malaysia, and there is also a lot of work going on to make the country more environmentally friendly. This can give you peace of mind and help you avoid any unwanted surprises. In such a hot and humid environment, extra care is needed to maintain cleanliness and hygiene, so these issues can be more common than you're used to. Do not forget to ask about any historic pest problems and ask for confirmation of when pest prevention treatment was last done. This will usually be every 3 months. Always ask whether essentials will be provided for the duration of your stay, such as toilet rolls, shampoo, soap, towels and cleaning products. Oftentimes, some of these items will not be provided, so it is important you know what you need to bring along or buy. Another important point to ask the prospective host is confirmation whether any and all utility bills, including Wi-Fi, are included in the Airbnb payment, and if so, what any of the usage limits are. It is a good idea to check whether complimentary cleaning is included in your stay. The better condos and apartments will provide this service once a week. Confirm the floor that the condo or apartment is located on and whether there are any issues with the elevators. Reviews are also a good place to check, as people hate broken lifts. You should definitely ask if there's a washing machine, dryer and clothes rack available. In the absence of these, there will usually be a laundry service in the complex. If you don't ask, you don't get, more so in Asia than the West. Bear this principle in mind for all types of dealings while living here. At this point, I also recommend mentioning cleaning and dusting, just so the prospective host takes extra care to get the property sparkly clean before your intended arrival. Lastly, do not be shy to make any reasonable special requests, such as a baby cot, floor mattress, extra cutlery, etc. And that's it for today's video. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry, and a few minutes spent asking questions up front can save you a ton of hassle later on. Ask Al these questions together in a list format. Plus, a well-prepared traveller is a happy traveller. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more tips and guides. See you in the next one.